Jai Hind to all. My name is Dr. Divya Sharma, Assistant Professor in Ajay Kumar Gai Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Now, today's video lecture is on data link layer. Now, this topic is from Data Communication Network subject and its code is BEC062. Now, we'll start with this topic, framing. What do you mean by framing? Now, data link layer needs to send, first you should know, we have to send data from sender to receiver in form of packets. So here we are studying framing, how we can do framing of a packet. Now data link layer needs to pack bits into frames, and for each frame is distinguishable from another. Now let us take an example. Our postal system practice a types of framing. Let it be the simple act of inserting a letter into an envelope and separates one piece of information on that envelope from another, and the envelope serves as a delimiter. Now these two topics we will discuss in this section: fixed size framing and variable size framing. Now this frame in a character oriented protocol. Now how we can draw a frame in a character oriented protocol? First, this is a frame. A frame will start with a flag and end with a flag. So when we have to send data, so we have to add flag at the end of the data or at the start of the data and the end of the data, so that we can recognize that this is a single frame. Now here in frame there is an header. Now here this is a data and this is a trailer. Trailer means if we want to add some extra bits in this frame, then we can use this trailer, or we can provide a sequence in this frame by the help of this trailer. Now here data is coming from upper layers to this data link layer, and these are variable number of characters are there. And flag is a special bit pattern used to mark beginning or end of the frame, and its standard frame pattern is 0. So 6 times 1 and then 0. So this is a standard frame format, flag pattern. Now this topic is byte stuffing and unstuffing. Means if we want to add byte in a frame and if we want to remove that byte in a frame, so how you can do it? Now this is a frame we have to send from sender to receiver. Now we have to add here start in this packet we have in this frame we have to add a flag in the starting, in the beginning, and here at the end. Now here is header field is there. Now this is a escape field. Means here escape is used here here this one because if we want to differentiate the field. Now here is a flag. So if we want to add extra 2 bytes in this frame, means this is a frame we have to send, and this frame is coming from the upper layers. Now if we want to send data at the receiver side, and we want to add 2 extra bytes, so we can add here extra bytes here, and we can remove it when we will receive that data at the receiver, because whatever we are sending from sender, data we are sending from sender, we have to receive at the receiver at the means we have to receive that same data at the receiver side. So if we are doing here stuffing, means we are adding extra bytes in this frame, then we have to remove these extra bytes, means unstuff these bytes when we are receiving data at the receiver side. So byte stuffing is a process of adding one extra byte whenever there is a flag or escape character in the text. Now this is a frame in a bit oriented protocol. So if we want to add extra bits in a frame, then we can use this format. Here flag is there, header is there. This is a data which is coming from the upper layers. Now variable number of bits are there in this data. Now trailer is there and flag is the end of the frame. Now bit stuffing is a process of adding one extra 0 whenever 5 consecutive, means when here is a data. When we are getting 5 consecutive ones, then we have to add one extra 0 in the data, so that the receiver does not mistake the pattern for a flag. Now here is bit stuffing and unstuffing, means if we want, this is a frame and this is the data is coming from the upper side. If we want to add here bits, means if we want to stuff here bits in the data, Means if we are getting here 5 consecutive ones, then we have to add 1 extra byte. This is 0. Then again we have to see where there is a 5 consecutive ones, then we have to add 1 extra bit. 0 is in this data in a frame. Now this is a frame we are sending from sender to receiver. Now we have to receive that frame at the receiver side. So we have to stuffing of these bits. So these bits you have to remove at the receiver side. That is known as unstuffed bits. Now we will discuss flow and error control. Now these are most important responsibilities of the data link layer, that flow control and error control. Now these functions are known as data link control. Now these two topics we will discuss in this section, flow control and error control. Now what do you mean by flow control? Flow control refers to a set of procedure used to restrict the amount of data that sender can send before waiting for an acknowledgement. Now error control in a data link layer is based on automatic repeat request, which is the retransmission of data. Means retransmission means if we have to send data again. Now these are the protocols. So how the data link layer can combine framing, flow control and error control to achieve the delivery of data from one node to another node, or we can say one node to another node, or one station to another station, or sender to receiver. Now these are the two types of protocols are there, noiseless channel and noisy channel. Now there is a classification for these two, noiseless channels, and these three are in noisy channel. Now this is the classification. Simplest method is there and stop and wait method. These two methods comes in the category of noiseless channel, and these three types classification of these four: noisy channel, stop and wait ARQ. ARQ stands for automatic repeat request, go back NARQ, selective repeat ARQ. So these are the classification for noisy channel. Now we will discuss one by one. Now first we will discuss this noisy channel. What do you mean by noisy channel? Now if we have an ideal channel in which no frame are lost, duplicated or corrupted, so that is known as noiseless channel. Now we will discuss here two types of noiseless channels. That first one is simplest protocol and the second one is stop and wait protocol. Now first is simplest protocol, where there is with no flow and error control. Means this is a sender where there are layers are there, physical layer, data link layer, network layer, and this is the receiver side where there are these layers are also present here at the receiver side, physical layer, data link layer and network. Now we have to send data from sender to receiver. Now data frames are, multiple frames are sending in a sequence from sender to receiver. This is the simplest method. You can say this is the simplest protocol in this noiseless protocol. Now if we take an example for this, if we are sending 3 frames, so if we are sending 3 frames means 3 events are occur at the sender side and 3 events occur at the receiver side. So we can see the flow of diagram when we are sending 3 frames from sender to receiver. So this is the sender A, this is the receiver B. Now we are sending 1 frame from this sender to receiver. So this is a request and this is an arrival at the receiver side. So when we are sending 1 frame, then 1 event occur at the sender side, and if this frame is received at the receiver side, it means one event is occur at the receiver side. So you can see in this flow 3 frames are sending from sender to receiver. It means 3 requests are generated at the sender side and 3 events are occur at the receiver side. Now second is stop and wait protocol. So this is a sender, this is a receiver. Now what is the difference in between the simplest and the stop and wait protocol? So simplest, we are only sending data frames from sender to receiver. We are not waiting for the acknowledgement. Now in this stop and wait protocol, we are sending data frames and we are when this is received at the receiver side, so receiver will send the acknowledgement frame from receiver to sender. So this is the difference. Now we can see an example. Here is a sender, this is a receiver. We are sending frame request from sender to receiver. This is when this frame is received at the receiver side, means arrival is there of this frame, then acknowledgement is sending from receiver to sender. So here acknowledgement is arrived. Now we are sending another frame, then we are getting acknowledgement from receiver to sender. So this is all about stop and wait protocol. Now next is noisy channels. Noisy channels means what? When there is an idea how to add flow control to its procedure, noisy-less channels are known exist. We discuss these three protocols in this section, that stop and wait automatic ARQ request, go back and ARQ request ARQ, and selective repeat ARQ. So we will discuss these three. Now first we will discuss error correction. In stop and wait ARQ is done by keeping a copy of the send frame and retransmit of that frame if we are not getting the acknowledgement, or if time is expired. Means if we are adding a timer at the center side, that we in that time, let it be we are taking a timer of 2 seconds. So we are taking that, we are sending frame in between 2 seconds only. You have a time of 2 seconds. You are sending data from sender to receiver, and you should get the acknowledgement for that frame in that timer. Otherwise timer will expire, then we have to start the another time. Now in stop and wait ARQ, we will discuss sequence numbers to the number of frames. The sequence numbers are based on module 2 arithmetic, and in a stop and wait ARQ, the acknowledgement number always announces in module 2 arithmetic the sequence number of the next frame expected. Now in the next stop and wait ARQ, this is a sender, this is a receiver. Now this is a frame, this is receiver. So if we are sending SN, means we are sending this frame 0, so from sender to receiver, so we are here sending a sequence number of this frame also, and this 0 is received at the receiver, and that then the receiver will send the acknowledgement for this frame only, then only we can send the another data. We can see its flow diagram. This is a sender, this is a receiver. We are starting here timer, this is start and this is stop. It means in this timer, we are sending request to send this frame 0, and we are getting acknowledgement for this frame. We are getting the acknowledgement in this timer before this timer will stop. Now again we are sending frame 1 and it is lost. So again we have to send frame 1, resend it, and we will get the acknowledgement. Then again if we are getting acknowledgement of 0, it means frame 0 is received. So we have to send frame 0, and if acknowledgement 1 is lost, it means if acknowledgement 1 is lost, it means frame 0 we have to resend it, and we will get the acknowledgement 1, then it will receive it. So we have to here timer will start when you are sending frame 1, and timer will stop, means we should get the acknowledgement for this frame, but you are not getting before this timer will stop, so we have to send again this frame 0. Now, in go back in an ARQ protocol, the sequence numbers are module 2 की power m, and m is the size of the sequence number fields in bits. Now, this is a send window for go back and ARQ. This is, so here you can see this one is send window, first outsending frame this one, and this is send window, next frame to send, means first we have to send this. So you can see frames sent, these frames are sent, but we are not getting acknowledgement for these frames, and these frames already acknowledged, means these frames are sent, and you are already getting the acknowledgement for these frames. Now these frames sent, but we are not getting the acknowledgement for these frames. Now again, when we will get the acknowledgement for these frames, then only we can send these frames in the next turn. So size of this send window is 2 की power m minus 1. So send window is an abstract concept defining an imaginary box of size 2 की power m minus 1 with 3 variables SF, SN and SI. SF means from where we whatever we have sent, but we are not getting the acknowledgement. So when we will get acknowledgement for this frame, then we can send the next frame SN, that is denoted by SN, and this is the size of the window. Now send window can slide one and or more slots when a valid acknowledgement arrives. Now this is a receiver window for go back and ARQ. Now this is receive window, next frame expected. So these are the frames, and we are getting the acknowledgement for these frames. This one next frame expected, and these are frames that cannot be received until the window slides. So this one window after sliding means this one is the next one will receive at the receiver side. Now this receive window is an abstract concept defining an imaginary box of size 1 with one single variable Rn, and the window slides when a correct frame has arrived. Sliding occurs one slot at a time. Now the next is design. This is a design of go back NARQ. This is your sender, this is your receiver. We have to send frame from sender to receiver with sequence number, and we are getting acknowledgement with the same sequence number. Means when we are sending this frame, you should get the acknowledgement for this frame at the sender side. Now we are sending data here. You can see in this sequence. So this is first outstanding, and these frames are already sent, but we are not getting the acknowledgement. So when we'll get the acknowledgement for these frames, then we can set these frames next. So you can see the window size of how you can find out window size for go back NARQ. Now you can see this is a sender side, this is the receiver side. Frame 0 is sent from sender to receiver. This is received at the receiver, frame 0. Now again we have to send frame 1. So it is received at the receiver, then frame 2, it is received at the receiver. Then again if we are sending frame 0, but frame expected that frame, receiver expected that frame 3 should be received at the receiver side. So correctly discarded. Now window size is here less than 2 ki power m. Now you can see here where window size is 2 ki power m, we are sending frame 0, and next we have to send frame 1 from sender to receiver. Now frame 0 is sent from sender to receiver. Now again when next turn page, frame 1, then frame 2, then frame 3, then again we are sending frame 0. So here receiver received frame 0. Now erroneously accepted. It means wrongly accepted. It means this one we have to send and this one we have to receive it. It means the next is expected that 0, 1, 2, 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 0 we have to send. But here it is at received, but let it be here. It is repetition of the frame 0. It should be here 4 or 5. Then you can say that is correct. So here window size, if you have to find out, that is 2 ki power m. Now in go back NARQ, the size of the send window must be less than 2 ki power m. The size of the receiver window is always 1. Now this is the flow diagram. This is sender, this is receiver. So frame 0 we have to send, and next we have to send the one frame. So here from here sender to receiver, frame 0 is sending and receive acknowledgement 1 from receiver to sender. Now again we are sending frame 1, acknowledgement 2 is lost. It means acknowledgement 2 is lost means we have to send frame 2, and if we are receiving acknowledgement 3, it means frame 2 is also acknowledged with this acknowledgement 3. So here this is acknowledgement 4 for this frame 3. Now here send window for selective ARQ, request ARQ. Now you can see these frames are already sent acknowledged, and these frames are sent but not acknowledged. Now 4, 5, 6 is the next turn. So this is the send window, next frame to send. So these frames have to send next when we are getting the acknowledgement for these frames. Now here size window for this is 2 ki power m minus 1. And these frames cannot be sent before these frames we have to send this one, then we will get the acknowledgement for this, then after that we have to send frame 8. Now this is the receiver window for selective repeat ARQ. Now here these frames are already received, means acknowledgement received for these frames, and this one we have to send. Now here what is the difference in between the previous one and this one? Then here we can select, we have to send 3, or then after that we have to send 5. Means it depends on us that we can send 3 frame, then we will get the acknowledgement for 3, then we can send 5, then we can send, means alternately, or it depends on the sender that which one frame we have to send. Now here also size window is 2 ki power m minus 1. Now this is the design of selective repeat ARQ. So this is the sender side, this is the receiver side. So here this one we have to send first, and this one we have to send next. Now here when we are sending this one, then we will receive this one. So here when we are sending data with the sequence number, then we are expecting that acknowledgement will receive at the receiver at the sender side from the receiver, or not acknowledged. Now this is a flow diagram. From there we have to send the window size. So this is a sender, this is a receiver. frame 0 is sending from sender to receiver, then it is received at the receiver side, then frame 1 is sending from sender to receiver, then frame 1 is received at the receiver side, then again we are sending frame 0, but we have to send this frame 2 at the receiver side. So it means it is correctly discarded. Now here you can see this where window size, this one window size is 2 ki power m minus 1. Now here window size is greater than 2 ki power m minus 1. You can see the flow diagram. This is sender, this is receiver. Frame 0 is sending from sender to receiver. So it is received at the receiver side. Now frame 1 is sending from sender to receiver. It is received at the receiver side. Now frame 2, next turn is for frame 2. So it is received at the receiver. Now next turn is for frame 3. But we are sending frame 0. So frame 0 is received at the receiver side. It is anomaly accepted. Now in selected repeat ARQ, the size of the sender and receiver window must be at most 1/2 of the 2 ki power m. Now this is also a topic in this go back and ARQ, piggybacking. So what do you mean by first piggybacking? It is a technique used for bidirectional communication from sender to receiver. Means when we are sending data from sender to receiver, so with that we are sending acknowledgement number also. So here we are sending, this is the data. So this is a frame where we have sequence number, where we have acknowledgement. So this process is doing here from sender to receiver. This process is bidirectional. Means we are sending data, we are sending sequence number, we are getting acknowledgement. We are sending this frame with sequence number. When we are getting this acknowledgement, we can send frame from receiver to sender also with the acknowledgement number of the previous frame which is sent from the sender to receiver. So these are the textbooks referred here. Forison, Sterling, Tenenbaum. You can refer these books, and this is a reference books, BP Lathi. Thank you.